Welcome back to the Schmitter's 100 Acre Woods. So today I'm just going to do kind of a quick project, doing a little bit of cleanup. So over here by the pond and the overflow that we built up, one of our paths here, we have a couple of just small trees that broke off and are across the path. So just need to cut those, get those pulled out, so nothing too big there. Put the bush hog on the little tractor, and so there's no water in it right now because it's been super dry, so we don't actually have any water coming out of the pipe right now, but our overflows over there comes through this pipe and then currently turns that way and then snakes through over to the ditch. What I want to do is take and straight line it from the pipe that we have over to the road over there and kind of do more of a straight line, so that it kind of gives that area over there a chance to dry up and makes it kind of a usable area where we can fill in that ditch, and then just have one ditch that we maintain in a straight line, and then maybe put a pipe in down there to where we can cross it at that point. So to do that, have kind of this area that we've mowed before but we haven't really kind of cleaned up as much. We have white flags through here. In one of the videos I did earlier this summer, kind of before everything really grew up, we went through and marked it and did elevation just to make sure that, as in theory, there was enough fall from here to the ditch and we didn't have to worry about kind of not having enough from this point to that point, that it's all actually downhill, which it has natural fall, so we wouldn't have to do much digging. It would be just kind of cleaning out what's here. So need to mow all this. This is a dead ash tree and then a tree on top of it that's just kind of been falling over. We need to go ahead and get it cut, get it pulled out, which will kind of get this opened up, and then we can just start mowing and getting this cleared up to the point where it's actually something where we could get the 62 in here and dig out to there. And you can kind of see the little bit of clearing that's there. That's the road right there on the other side of that, and where the ditch is, which is kind of where we want to kind of end up, more or less in a straight line. So not going to work on that today, just kind of going to get it cleared up while it's super dry. But we're going to start with this stuff here, and then he's got the 62, or got the mower on the little tractor, and we'll just kind of get all this mowed up so that we can get around without too much issue. So in this area here, not too far away from like the front, so the power lines are right there. I'm just going to do this as like a staging area, so anything we pull out, any of the trees and stuff, I'll go ahead and just bring stuff here. That way I'm not dragging across the yard over there. Plus we have all the gravel and everything, so really to get stuff to the green hole we need to use the dump trailer now. So we'll do like we did last time, where we just get the dump trailer over there and then load this stuff in with the grapple. So just gonna use this as a staging area, pull stuff, and then we'll continue getting that cleaned up. A couple of things that were kind of across the path here, got it opened up. Go ahead and cut the tree that was leaning across along with the ash tree that was there, and there's another little one that's kind of tangled up in it. So got that all opened up, so now you can kind of get through here. And then we had our white flags over here. And just kind of got mowed up around these so we can dig over that way. I don't know 100% when we'll do that. We'll need a little piece of pipe for down there to get this opened up. Finally got that one broken. We're gonna mow a little bit so we can pull on that straight. And we're just gonna pull it out that direction. And it's big enough that maybe a section of firewood in it, it may still be good enough. Just have to see once we get it down. And we saw we kind of were curving around just because we didn't have this spot opened up. So I'm gonna have them open this up a little bit so that we can straight line as much as possible, just so we don't have kind of that hook in it if not necessary. And there's nothing big in there, just small stuff, so we're able to mulch all that up. Right there is kind of where we're trying to get to. So with where the pipe is, which with some of the stuff down inside of the sea, but it's right over there. So we can kind of come out. Maybe go in between these two trees and then head straight for where the tractor's at. So in between some trees maybe. We got a sycamore, so not a big loss there, another dead ash. So not really too big of a loss if they have to take some trees or if they die. And it also gets away, there's kind of a low spot right here. Get us away from that. Because I think we'd actually have to fill it in a little bit to make it work. So this, I'm guessing, it's partly been like this, but I'm guessing that over time it's gotten built up because whenever they ditch, they just put all the stuff here. And obviously there's some big trees in this, so it's been this way for a while. but I think that they just kind of keep expanding it by whenever it's ditching. But there is kind of a cut here that obviously animals still use, but it was there. So now straight line back over to our path, or our pipe. We can get this kind of straightened out. And again, I think if we could fill in this area over here, kind of the water that kind of goes through there, it's kind of twofold. One, you know, it just kind of becomes a breeding ground for mosquitoes. If there's kind of pockets of water that don't move, then also, you know, the snakes and everything live in that. I'm not a big fan of them, but it just kind of makes a whole area of this piece of property over here kind of unusable, and getting back and forth between the two sides. Like, you know, we have a big section here and then a section over there, and it's just hard to get between. Now with this that we put in, we can now get over here and it makes it a whole lot easier, but still kind of a challenge. So it'd be nice to get this straight lined. We'll have to dig about 2 feet or so initially, and then I'd like to kind of roll those back so we can mow along here. And the further we go that way, it will be about ground level. So we'll want to dig out a little bit more just so that you know, we're below grade. And then we'll probably put a pipe in down there at the very end, going into the ditch, so it's some place that we can cross to get to that side, but we'll have one kind of line to contend with instead of this thing that snakes through and eventually gets over to the ditch further down that way. So just with the way the overflow works, that's always going to be kind of how it goes, is over to that ditch. We can just kind of simplify how it gets there and make it a little bit cleaner. Now would be a pretty decent time to do it, just because there's no water going through right now. We've gotten to drought conditions to where it's just super dry, so there's no water coming out. And I believe we have a little bit of water still coming in. It's just more than you know, everything's absorbing it and everything more than what's coming in. But here kind of gives you a little bit better sense of what I was looking at. So got some of the trees, dead trees out of the way, got some of the stuff that was kind of just a mess that we've been needing to do for a little bit anyway. They provided a good opportunity to go ahead and do that. So ahead and get the tractor, the small tractor, switch back over to the grader. I think that's about what we're going to do for today. Just going to call it a short day. We still have targets and stuff to pick up and put back in the auger, and we'll do a loop around just to kind of check on everything. But this was kind of the main thing we wanted to do today, just kind of get this opened up, so that in the next couple of weeks, hopefully we can kind of come back through and address this. A little bit of water in here would actually be helpful, just so that as we go and put it in, you can make sure you have fall. The water will tell you if you do or not. So a little bit of water coming out would be helpful, but the dry conditions in general would be good, just so you're not contending with, you know, really tacky dirt. So anyway, that's what we have for today. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time on the Schmitter's 100 Acre Woods.